Good morning, afternoon, evening from wherever you're listening. Welcome back to the Breakevens podcast. My name is Corey, and as always, with me is Jack.
Hello.
Jack, round 20 is over, the first week of finals, and what a shit house of a round it was. I'm pretty sure you're on the same boat as me. Not the greatest week, and it looks like it's not going to get any better going forward, but we'll get into that a bit later. As always, thank you all again for your support, especially those on Twitter. We each day, an extra one or two people, they seem to be finding us. So if you're listening for the first time and don't know where to find us, you can find us on Twitter at Breakevens Pod or on YouTube. Just search the Breakevens. Okay, so today's podcast, we're going to review last round's games, give you our hot and colds. There won't be any VC and C options, but I'll quickly just be like, yeah, this is obvious, but I won't go into detail. We'll also discuss our personal teams, how bad we're doing, and how the break-even side is doing, because break-even side is our best chance at anything, really. So, all right.
Who would have thought, eh? Us by ourselves, fucking shit house. Us together kills it.
Yeah. Just a bit of a off-topic thing. Our FPL league, for those that do FPL, we have 24 people in the league at the moment. So if you want to join, go to our Twitter at BreakEvensPod, and the pinned tweet on our profile, go click that and join. The more we get, the better. I'm pretty sure that closes Friday night. So make sure you get in if possible. Also, Jack, I don't know if you saw, two people have decided to retire at the end of this season. The first one is three. Well, I know of two. I must have forgot one, but the first one is Dave Mundy.
Yep.
From Freo. There's no 400 for Mundy. Josh Kennedy.
He could have easily got it.
Yeah, it's only 20-something games off. Josh Kennedy from West Coast has also decided to hang it up after the season. I'm pretty sure he's kicked 700 goals or something. So
yeah,
who's the guy that I missed out on?
So believe it was Monday. Stephen Motlop announced his retirement effective immediately.
Oh, I did not see that actually.
So yeah, he's like, I think 29, 30. So compared to the other two, he's still got years left.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, there we go. So I'll quickly go through the break-evens league just to let everyone know what is going on. So we'll view the league here. Swizz won, so he's gone straight through, and Ben from Supercoach Insider won and went straight through. The break-evens got through, Jack.
Hey, my club.
By 30 points, and that means we beat, we play Took Levi, who lost to Swizz. So we play him. Supercoach 5 is playing all caps this week in round 21. So
I'd like to say me and you could face off in the minor.
Could we?
Yeah, you've got Jason with the Woolly Ruse, and I've got Dan with 1K always open.
Yeah, damn. Well, yeah, we'd have to beat the guys that have already gotten through, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. But good luck to everyone who's still in it. To those that have gone out, that's unfortunate, but thank you for joining the Breakevens League, and we'll be happy to have you guys next year. So, no, that's all the main stuff done.
Just do worse than this year so I can look good.
Jack, how did you go this week?
Well, let's quick. So I scored 1,996. dropped 6,368 ranks, back up to 24,900. Have a look. My defense, I had a 74 from Himmelberg, 93 from Sicily. Two did not plays in Hewitt and Houston, a 74 from Short, and then just to bring it all together, Jack Crisp with a good 60. So my defense played out of their skins this week. I had a DMP with Canelio, but Carmichael came in and scored 47.
Hey, it's almost the same as Chris, but he could be a primo.
I brought Taranto in this week. He scored a 72. Liam Baker got a 51. Then we go into my rucks. English got a 79. Witt's got a 85. We look at our midfield. Everyone did all right. Then we got Clayton Oliver with an 85. And Jack McRae with an 82. Lucky everyone played, or else I would have had Cully with a 26.
Yeah, not good, not good.
So I think I got a high score of the round.
Any trades this week?
I can't. I wish I could trade the whole squad, but I can't.
Oh, so you're out of trades now?
Yeah, Trelaw to Taranto last week was my last one.
Okay, geez, all right. I'll go through my squad. I did a little bit better, 2,343. I only dropped 196 ranks, which isn't good, but I feel like I'm going to drop a lot more. Looking at my squad, I had a donut with Canelio out. I wasn't able to get anyone who was mid forward into my forward line to cover. So unfortunately,
Only if you picked up Cumberland, eh?
Yeah, like I was going to. But oh well. Yeah, donut there. Todd Goldstein 80. That really backfired on me, that trade, and it's destroyed me for this week. And what I mean by that is George Hewitt is out for another week. And my only cover for him, Jacob Ware, has injured his ankle and is out for 2 to 3 weeks. So unfortunately, I'm fucked.
Welcome.
And what hurts is I was going to go, instead of go, I think it was Cameron to Goldstein, or Witts to Goldstein. I was going to go Witts to George Hewitt. Witts to so yeah, would have been Witts and Hewitt out, and kept Cameron in for, who was it? It was Marshall and Tom Stewart. That's what I was going to do, but I didn't do that, and now I'm fucked. So I'm copping a donut until George Hewitt comes back, which is hopefully next week. All right, VCs and Cs for this week. Melbourne play Collingwood, so you can chuck a Clary or a Gawn on there. Took versus the Hawks. You got one there. Any of the Doggies boys against Freo would do you okay. I'd probably be looking more towards Bont than anyone else, but at Marvel, Jack McRae could fire. A few smokies, you could go Luke Parker or a Callum Mills against North Melbourne. I'd probably stay clear of the Brisbane Carlton game just because it's an unknown. And Adelaide are playing the Eagles, so Rory Laird, who's been probably the best VCC option the last month and a half, you could go him again. So
the best midfielder this year.
Yep. So yep, that's all of that done. We'll go through the Breakevens team. which seeing that it went through our league has done a lot better. So Breakevens team scored 2,440, which is great. We shouldn't get a donut this week. If Buku Kamas plays, we should be. No, actually, no. We've done a trade, so I'll get to that in a second. But we had the VC on Took Miller, and I forgot to. And the Brisbane Carlton game overlapped, so we weren't able to VC Took score, so I fucked up again. So we had Neil's 110. Apart from that, everyone played okay. We had Elijah Hollins, who was able to cover Cornelio, so there was no donut there, which is great. And as I said, there was a trade. We have gone George Hewitt to Tom Stewart, just for safety. So that's our last trade. So we have none left from now on. So we just have to be a little careful there. All right, Jack, we'll get into the hot and colds now. So last week's games, I believe you had the Doctors and Melbourne, please.
I did, and the D's won by 46. Getting straight into the hots, we got Andy Brayshaw with 138, James Aish with 120, Luke Ryan and Hayden Young on 110. And I could have got Ryan in, but I chose bloody Taranto. And for Melbourne, we got Petrarca with 134, Angus Brayshaw with 123, Viney 118, and Gawn 114. With the Colds, we got Will Brodie a 92, Sean Darcy a 92, and Clary with an 85.
Yeah.
And that's all I had.
So, okay. The next game, which was Collingwood versus Port Adelaide. And guess what, Jack? The Pies won again. By a goal this time, 10 in a row. So we'll go through the hots. I'll be doing both teams together. So Jeremy Finlayson 132, Ollie Wines 125, Zach Butters 120, Connor Rosie 119, Darcy Byrne-Jones 117, Darcy Cameron 113, and Jordan DeGoey with 100. The Colds, we had Travis Boak 98, and he got injured. Same with Darcy Byrne-Jones, actually. I don't know what they had or what they did, sorry. Actually, I'm going to add Jace Bergline to the hot with an 85 there. Pendles with an 80, Dacos with a 77. Jack Cruz, as Jack said, with a 60. Jeremy Howe with a 54 and another injury, and he's out for the rest of the home and away season. Which
is Jeremy Howe out for the season?
For the home and away season, I'm pretty sure. Or was that Taylor Adams? It was one of them.
That's Taylor Adams.
Might have been. I know Howe's injured. That's all I know.
Howe got a corked butt.
Yeah. Charlie Dixon, 44. And as I said, Taylor Adams with a 32. And that's it for that game.
So, yeah, Travis Spoke and Darcy Byrne-Jones, it was just soreness that they played through.
Okay, cool.
Also, you see Grundy is another week out at least.
I did see that. Yeah, he hurt his ankle.
We get to see the Cameron and Cox show for another week. Hey!
All right, Jack, you had the next game, which was the Swans versus the Giants.
I did, and Sydney won by a very close 73 points. Straight into the heights. This man has been on fire the last month. Sam Reid has gone and scored 152.
Jesus.
Errol Goulden had 131. Rowbottom and Mills both got 120. Parker got 119. Blakey got 118. And Heaney got 104. And for the Giants, Sam Taylor 132. And thank God he was back this week. Jelly with 103. I've missed him. Getting into the colds, Chad Warner had a tag for the game. I'm not quite sure who went to him. I think it was Ryan Clark or someone like that. Actually, no, that's the same team. It was someone from the Giants, some Dingleberry, but he scored a 69. I might be able to double check that. Who was the Dingleberry real quick? Lockie Ash.
Yes.
Harry Himmelberg, like I said before, got a strong 74.
Played forward
Like I said
for half the
before,
game.
yeah. And then he went down back and got a tag.
Yeah.
Tagging everyone. As I said before, Tim Taranto got a 72 and Braden Pruce got a 64. And I saw someone in the fan footy chat go, I'm the only one who still has Braden Pruce. Watch him drop 150. Well, mate, you're 90 points off. And that's all I had for that game.
All right, I had the next game, which is St Kilda versus the Hawks, and the Saints won by 2 goals flat, so 12 points there. The Hots, Rowan Marshall, 173. This is why people bought him in. He can go absolutely huge when he's the main ruck. 173 there is great, makes up for last week. Brad Crouch, 130. Seb Ross, 118. Ben Patton, 115. Ben Long, 108. Something with the Bens over at St Kilda. Jack Steele, 107. Tom Mitchell, 106. Big Boy McAvoy, 106. Mason Wood, 104. And Jack Bob Sinclair, 102. As we move to the Colds, 93 to James Sicily. Yago O'Meara with a 74. Dylan Moore with a 69. Jack Gunston with a 43 and Luke Bruce with a 41. And that's really all that matters. Mitch Lewis got injured, scored 16, and Jacob Krzyzewski got injured as well with a 34. That's that game done. So, Jack, you can go on to your next game, which was Geelong versus the Doggies.
And the Cats won by 28 points, but it looked like they were going to lose it. Straight into the Hots. This man has had a pretty good Supercoach season. Brad Close has scored 123. He's had a pretty good year. I think it's a breakout for him this year. He'd be averaging around that 80, 90 mark. Then we've got the sniper himself, Tom Stewart. His first game back got 112. Cam Guthrie got 109. And the Geelong legend, Isaac Smith, got 105. Over to the Bulldogs, got Dunkley, 130. He's back. Ed Richards and Libba with 112 each. And Bailey Dale, 103. In the Colds, Gary Rowan got injured. Tom Atkins had a 64. The Bonk got 98. McRae got 82. And English got 79.
Yeah,
pretty much the big three for the Bulldogs.
I think Dunkley scored the same amount of points that he has the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what you had for that game?
Yeah.
Awesome. So I had the next 2 games. So I'll go through Adelaide versus the Blues. Adelaide won by 29 points, which I told people a couple of weeks ago Adelaide would beat Carlton. They didn't believe me, so sucked in. All right.
I wonder who that was.
The Hots, Paddy Cripps. I put a tweet out with pitting it back how Cripps do. Cripps returned to form. 146 Supercoach points. Rory Laird, 144, keeps chugging along. Brodie Smith, 134. Jordan Dawson bounced back for 126. The Texan, Tex Walker, 126 as well. Sammy Walsh, 113. Adam Chera, 113. Adam Sard, 111. As we move over to the Colts, Sam Doherty with a 91. Keys with a 90. Wheater with an 80. I reckon that's about it, actually. Rob. Here we go. Rob with a 46. Harry Mackay with a 46. Copped a knock early, though, so I think that's what happened. Nick Newman got injured for a 25, and Corey Durden got injured with a big 1.
Wasn't there Matt Kennedy as well, or was that last week?
Might have been this week.
Yeah. Matt Kennedy, concussion. He's
That's
out
right.
with protocols.
Yep.
Nick Newman was a gash opened up in his knee, and Durden was a shoulder.
Yeah.
Real quick, do you want to know something interesting with the Laird and Cripps 146, 144?
Yeah.
Cripps had 9 more touches for 2 more Supercoach points to Rory Laird. That just shows how good Rory Laird in his season. Not saying Cripps had a bad game. He had bloody 41 touches.
Yeah.
But if you look at it Supercoach-wise, Laird had the 32 and had only 2 less Supercoach. So he's been very effective with his touches.
Yeah, Cripps is always a little bit less effective just because he gets the ball from a stoppage and sometimes tends to boot it. So where Laird's more gets a bit of space, it finds a kick, or he does that quick handball and rarely misses.
Yeah.
So all right, move on to the next game, which was Gold Coast versus the Eagles, and Gold Coast won by 3 points. It was a lot closer than what we thought. The Hots, this guy has been on absolute heater the last 3 rounds, averaging 140 Supercoach points, 141 over the last 5. That is Took Mel over 153. Shannon Hearn of 137, Jack Redden 121, David Swallow 111. Tom Barras, who's averaging 130 over the last 3 rounds, scored 109. Noah Anderson, 105. Liam Duggan, 103. Matt Rao, 101. Jack Darlene, 101. And Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Marbiel Chol with 100. Colds, I'll put Tim Kelly here, even though it's probably his highest score in the last month with 99. Luke Shu with 96. Gaff with an 89. Witz with an 85. Nick Nat with an 84. There's someone else down here. Willie Rioli with a 54. Brady Hoff with a 33. Jai Cully is suspended, and he only scored a 26.
Yeah, he's suspended and he did his hamstring.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got subbed.
What an idiot. All right, Jack, you had the next game, which is the game I didn't like for this week because the only tip I got wrong, and that was Richmond versus the Chokers.
But it was the best game of the round. And can I say, that's what happens when you don't play on. Tom Lynch, he is my king. Getting into Hots, Shai Bolton, 131. That would have been 200 if he didn't kick the 2 goal 6, and he kicked 8 straight. Tom Lynch, the man I just mentioned, 123, and he didn't play on. That's another hot for him. Camden McIntosh, 110. That was unbloody believable. And I put Tyler Sonzi in his second game. Got a 95, absolutely killed it. He's going to be a star. Hugh McCluggage for Brisbane, 114. Lockie Neal, 110. Jared Lyons, 107. And I was quite surprised Kitty Coleman only got 105, yet he was the best player on Brisbane by the Flemington Straight. And getting into the colds, Dylan Grimes has done his hammy. It looks like he's done unless we make finals, which is highly unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
Liam Baker, a 51. Jaden Short, a 74. And Nick Vlosten with an 87. For Brisbane, Zach Bailey, he just needs to grow up. He's coughing up blood from a little love tap. And Dane Zorko, an 85.
Nice. that's it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I had the last game of the round, which is the Bombers versus North Melbourne, and the Bombers won by 48 points.
That's the closest North Melbourne's got in 3 weeks. And 3 weeks ago, they won.
The Hots, Jack, you would hate this, but Mason Redman 176, the highest score for the round. Zach Merritt 140, Jai Simkin 120, Jake the Package Stringer 114, Jaden Laverde 114, Jaden Stevenson 111, Dyson Heppel 106, Cole Langford 106 as well. And I'll put him in here, Horn Francis with a 94. Why not? All right, the Cold, Ridley with a 90, Todd Goldstein with an 80, Luke Davies Uniac 68, but still beat Hugh Greenwood by 2 points. 5 meter Peter 58, Aiden Bonner with a 56. Look out!
I'm sorry, that's a hot. That's not a cold. Make him your captain this week. You might get 60.
Jackson Archer got injured again with a 46. Ben Mackay, I'm pretty sure he turned up last week, scored 42 this week. And that's it for that game, and that will conclude the hot
You
and
mentioned
cold.
Caldwell got injured?
I did not. I didn't know he got injured. It just didn't say there. So I'm
Calf.
Yeah. Calf.
Yeah, and it says nothing on Jackson Archer getting hurt.
Oh, weird. Well, anyway.
That is a strange one.
Yeah. Just before I sign off, anything want to add, Jack?
Nah. I could go on an outrageous speech about how the Tigers are back, but I'll contain myself.
Yeah, fair. One thing I do want to say, I don't know if you saw it, Jack, but Ben Cunnington could come in this week.
It looks like he's playing VFL, and actually, I was going to say to you, I'm a little shattered about that because if he comes play these last 2-3 rounds, that's I was looking at him next season to be maybe a 400k mid to bring in, and you just know he's going to kill it.
Yeah.
But now that he's playing these 3 games, he could be a bit higher, and it's a bit more like, or do I jump on him? Don't I? Where it looks like pretty certain everyone's going to have him in their team next season, like Lockie Neal this year.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good to see like a Doherty in round 1 this year.
Yeah. So yeah, keep a lookout for him. For those that have draft leagues and draft keeper leagues especially, jump on him before everyone else does. They probably already have, but that'll be someone good to have there. So, all right, that'll do us for tonight's podcast. What is your rank? If you have any trades left, what are you going to do? Let us know on Twitter at Breakevens Pod or in the YouTube comments. If you search the Breakevens, you'll find us there. Thank you all again for your support and for listening and watching on either Apple Podcasts or on YouTube. Don't forget FPL Fantasy closes Friday night. Go to our Twitter, and the pinned tweet on our profile is that you click the link, you click OK, and you're in. We've got 24 in there. Let's see how many we can get. Good luck to everyone who's still in Supercoach finals, or for those that are looking to win the 50K. I know it's a close one, so good luck to everybody there. And on that note, as always, until next week, it's bye for now.
Bye.